this, we need 2 cards. I always like to use the Ace of Spades and whatever card you would like to use. So you just name one. Instead of use the 5 of Spades. That's beautiful. We'll get back to it in just a little moment. But for right now, it's important that you understand that we need to be able to tell the difference between both cards, not only on the face, but on the back as well. Which is why I always bring this guy with me. Okay, just give a little nick right in the corner of the ace. Now that really is a real hole. You can see right through it. Okay, and do not even for a second take your eyes off the hole. Watch very carefully. All you have to do is give a little rub, and when you rub, you can pull it right down the length of the card. A little further, and a little further, until it comes all the way off. Hand the card out, hand the hole out, ask them to think of the card that they just merely named. Okay? And throw it back into the deck. And hopefully, if everything went right, there's one card that's a little bit different from the rest, and the reason for that is because it caught something. Your card. Does the Ace of Spades mean anything to you? I know that sounds like a strange question, but this morning I found this deck of cards in my room, and I know I didn't put it there. And I was going through them, and they're all blue cards, all except for one in the middle. And you guessed it, it was the Ace of Spades. Now I know the Ace of Spades doesn't mean anything to me, but I also knew that I was meeting with you today, and I thought perhaps maybe you could help me out. So as I go through the cards, I just want you to touch one. Touch any card that you want. Don't let me influence you. Actually, better yet, let's do it face up so you know exactly which card you're getting. Just touch any card that you want. The 7 of Clubs? That's an interesting choice. It's nothing like the Ace of Spades. But there was something I didn't tell you. On the back of the ace, there was a post-it note, which I'm sure you saw before, but I didn't bring much attention to it because I didn't want it to influence the card that you picked. Okay? I tell you what, I just want you to hold on to the corner of the ace. Okay, so you know I don't do anything funny. All I want you to do is see what's underneath this post-it note, and I think you'll find it pretty incredible. There's a 7 of Clubs that was written. I had no idea how that was done. But I tell you what, let's try something else. Can you hold out your hand flat like a table? Beautiful, just like that. Put it right on top. Put your other hand on top of the ace. And I just want you to just imagine the inks on the ace. All the ink that makes up the ace, I just want you to imagine that it's starting to fade. It's starting to fade away into a blank canvas. Now I want you to imagine that the ink that would make up a 7 of Clubs would start to form. It starts to flood into the blank card. It starts to form into the 7 of Clubs. And you can keep this as a souvenir. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Kyle, how do you do every card trick? Ever. Right? That's what you're thinking. I thought so. Well, that's why I came prepared with this special deck of cards that every magician has, because all card tricks are done the same way. They're done with this special deck of cards. Now, the faces don't look that special, and frankly, that's because they aren't. It's the backs. The backs are where they have special marks, subtle indications on the back that tell me what the face of the card is without actually having to look at it. It's pretty neat and allows me to do a lot of cool things. For example, I could shuffle through the cards. You would tell me stop. Stop. Alright, I would show you the card that I cannot see. And I would already know that it's the 10 of Hearts. Just because I looked at the marks on the back of the card. And it's really not that hard to see once you know what to look for. There's subtle indications right along the spine of the card. Let me show you on yours so you know exactly what I'm talking about. 10 of Hearts, right? I thought so. Now, while you were looking at the face of the card, I was busy looking at the marks on the back. Now, they're pretty subtle, but if you know what you're looking for, you can see them, especially if they're in good lighting. Sometimes it's a little hard to see. Maybe we put it over here. Is that more clear? Can you see the marks now? Because once you see them, you can't not see them. They become very, very evident. And all I had to do was look at the marks, and that's how I knew your card was the 10. But I told you it's not just one marked card, it's an entire marked deck. As in, the 2 is marked, the king is marked, really every card is marked. What I didn't tell you is that I marked them all the same way. They're all 10 of hearts. Every card. Just wanted to be on the safe side. And that's how you do it. That's how you do every card trick ever. So go out, put the practice into it that it deserves, and go out and fool your friends. Catch you later.